point, shuffling very low through the mud. Now they begin to quarrel. Now they say hot words. Now they pull turbans. Now they lift up their lathis clubs, and at last one falls backward into the mud, and the other runs away. When he comes back, the dispute is settled, as the iron-bound bamboo of the loser witnesses. Yet they are not grateful to the Mugger. No, they cry murder, and their families fight with sticks 20 aside. My people are good people, upland Jats, Malways of the Bet. They do not give blows for sport, and when the fight is done, the old Mugger waits far down the river, out of sight of the village, behind the kikar scrub yonder. Then they come down, my broad-shouldered Jats, 8 or 9 together under the stars, bearing the dead man upon a bed. They are old men with grey beards and voices as deep as mine. They light a little fire, how well I know the fire, and they drink tobacco, and they nod their heads together forward in a ring, or sideways toward the dead man upon the bank. They say the English law will come with a rope for this matter, and that such a man's family will be ashamed, because such a man must be hanged in the great square of the jail. Then say the friends of the dead, "Let him hang," and the talk is all to do over again. Once, twice, 20 times in the long night. Then says one at last, "The fight was a fair fight. Let us take blood money, a little more than is offered by the slayer, and we will say nothing about it." Then do they haggle over the blood money, for the dead was a strong man, leaving many sons. Yet before Amrit Vela sunrise, they put the fire to him a little, as the custom is, and the dead man comes to me, and he says no more about it. Ah, my children, the Mugger knows. The Mugger knows, and my Malwa Jats are good people. They are too close, too narrow in the hand for my crop, croaked the Adjutant. They waste not the polish on the cow's horn, as the saying is. And again, who can glean after a Malwai? Ah, I glean them, said the Mugger. Now, in Calcutta of the South, in the old days, the Adjutant went on, everything was thrown into the streets, and we picked and chose. Those were dainty seasons, but today they keep their streets as clean as the outside of an egg, and my people fly away. To be clean is one thing, to dust, sweep, and sprinkle 7 times a day wearies the very gods themselves. There was a down-country jackal had it from a brother who told me that in Calcutta of the South all the jackals were as fat as otters in the rain, said the jackal, his mouth watering at the very thought of it. Ah, but the white faces are there, the English, and they bring dogs from somewhere down the river in boats, big fat dogs, to keep those same jackals lean, said the Adjutant. They are, then, as hard-hearted as these people? I might have known. Neither earth, sky, or water shows charity to a jackal. I saw the tents of a white face last season, after the rains, and I also took a new yellow bridle to eat. The white faces do not dress their leather in the proper way. It made me very sick. That was better than my case, said the Adjutant. When I was in my 3rd season, a young and bold bird, I went down the river to where the big boats come in. The boats of the English are thrice as big as this village. He has been as far as Delhi, and says all the people there walk on their heads, muttered the jackal. The Mugger opened his left eye and looked keenly at the Adjutant. It is true, the big bird insisted. A liar only lies when he hopes to be believed. No one who has not seen those boats could believe this truth. That is more reasonable, said the Mugger. And then, from the insides of this boat they were taking out great pieces of white stuff, which in a little while turned to water. Much split off and fell about on the shore, and the rest they swiftly put into a house with thick walls. But a boatman, who laughed, took a piece no larger than a small dog and threw it to me. All my people, swallow without reflection, and that piece I swallowed as is our custom. Immediately I was afflicted with excessive cold, which, beginning in my crop, ran down to the extreme end of my toes, and deprived me even of speech, while the boatman laughed at me. Never have I felt such cold. I danced in my grief and amazement till I could recover my breath, and then I danced and cried out against the falseness of this world, and the boatmen derided me till they fell down. The chief wonder of the matter, setting aside that marvellous coldness, but there was nothing at all in my crop when I had finished my lamenting. Section 12.